Okay, welcome back everyone. So I've done a few videos with the black box and I love the black box. I think the black box is really cool, just kind of as it is. On its own, it's a really awesome device, but a comment that I've gotten a few times is that I should definitely try using the black box with a 16 pad controller, or really any kind of pad controller. It unlocks some really cool features. Obviously, you can play the pads as one shots with an actual controller, but it also allows you to do some pretty cool things with looping and recording, which you know I'm all about. And I haven't tried this yet because right now the only pad controller I have is a Maschine Mikro, which is not class compliant, so it doesn't work with the black box. But recently I was watching a review on this guy right here. This is an XJam, I don't know, pad controller. But there's a channel called The Quest for Groove that does really awesome breakdowns on pad controllers and finger drumming things. And he reviewed this unit and said it was really awesome. So it was super cheap. I figured, why not? Let's go for it. Try it with the black box. And I gotta say, it's pretty wonderful. Obviously for finger drumming, but also for performance and for recording and looping. So the video that you saw in the intro was kind of me testing that out and learning the functionality. And what I'm going to do now is just kind of recreate what I did there and show you how to set this up for finger drumming and triggering one shots, and also looping and recording yourself and incorporating it into a live looping setup. So yeah, let's get to it. So right off the bat, the black box is programmed to receive certain MIDI notes as triggers for these pads. I'm going to put that on the screen right now so you can screenshot this if you need to. This comes straight from the black box manual. But by default, most pad controllers will actually trigger those notes right out of the box. The XJam did in this pad bank. Everything was already set up, so I can already trigger my pads and everything. And instead of obviously recording one shot at a time and building a pattern, I can just finger drum. Side note, I know that I have a really weird finger drum setup. If you want me to break that down in a different video, you know, that's another topic. So leave a comment if you're interested in that. But it's obviously a lot faster to finger drum a pattern in there rather than build everything one by one and use the velocity slider. So right there, that's a win. But the other thing that I'm going to get to in a second is the new recording functionality that this unlocks. So let's start with a drum beat. I'm going to press record and play. What's my BPM here? 95. Okay. I'm going to press record and play. I'm just going to record something. I have this set to quantize to the nearest eighth note. I'm still getting used to finger drumming. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me and let's record something. There it is. So that's what I played. It's quantized to the nearest eighth note. And I gotta say, the velocity sensitivity on this thing is really, really good. It's super sensitive. So I can do really quick fills and like shuffles and things like that. So man, shout out Quest for Groove. Good call. This thing is dope. Anyways, so there's my drum part that I've recorded into my first sequence there. It's quantized to the nearest eighth note. And now let me talk about the thing that I really love, which is in this pad bank over here. So there's a different set of MIDI notes that can trigger one touch recording. And I'm going to put that on the screen now. You can screenshot this if you want to set this up. But what I've done is, this is a pad bank I'm using for something else. This pad bank, the orange pad bank, is set up to trigger these one shots for finger drumming. And then the red pad bank is set up for one shot recording. So normally in the black box, if I want to record something into a cell, well, first I have to tap the pad and then press info and then press record. With one touch, I don't know if it's actually called one touch recording, I don't know, single pad recording. All I have to do is just hit a pad and it's going to record, which is really, really handy. The only thing that you have to do to set it up is obviously make sure that your notes are corresponding to what the black box receives for this. one-touch recording or whatever. But just go to Tools, go to MIDI, and then go to Pad Record. By default, it's off. Just turn it on, and then you're done. That's all you have to do. So I have this sequence playing, and if I want a live loop on top of it, all I have to do is just touch pad, and it will record to the nearest, bar. Look at that. So cool. And then it's going to play back. It makes live looping a lot easier than 1, 2, 3. All I have to do is just 1, and it loops. Obviously, I'm not looping anything right now. Let me grab my guitar and we'll do some of this stuff for real. And I'll show you how it works in a live looping situation. All right, so I've got my guitar here. As usual, HX Stomp into the black box, and it sounds like this. Pretty basic stuff here today. I also have a bass patch loaded up and a little lead patch that I'll use at the end. So let me demonstrate this. Again, I've recorded basic drum loop on the pads, and now I'm in my red pad bank. So all I have to do is just press a pad, and on the nearest bar, it will start recording. So let's try it. Look at that. Super easy. I want to do bass. Look at that. That is so simple. Now I can solo on top of it. And that's it. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's really simple. It makes a lot of sense to me. And just to kind of reinforce the point here, so I just loaded up the pattern again. We're back to nothing, and let me just build this again because I really want to reinforce here that this is so fast for live looping. Just like that. Done. Let's do some bass. And we're building. Now, to be clear, there's a lot more that you can do with a pad controller and the black box. You can trigger different sequences. You can trigger parts of your song. You can manipulate LFO and filter with these knobs by just assigning them. Go in here, tap a parameter and hit learn, and watch, you can just assign a CC to them. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. I'm just using it in kind of its basic context as a pad controller for finger drumming and this one touch loop recording situation. So that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. This is a really short video today, but I just thought this was so cool and I wanted to share. I'm gonna use this more and try and do more finger drumming on this channel. If you guys want to hear more about that, please leave a comment. And I promise next week I'll be back with a full-length video. I don't know, I'll make something, or we'll figure it out. Thanks for stopping in for this quick video. If you have a black box, get a pad controller. You will not regret it. And if you have a pad controller and use it for other things, like I mentioned, sequences or LFO or different CC creative things, let me know in the comments how you use it, because I'm just getting started with this, but I really like it so far and want to learn more about it. So thanks for stopping in. See you on the next one.